We do have a very sad update to a story we brought you yesterday. Nathaniel Woods was put to death last night in Alabama, just 3 hours after it was scheduled to happen. At the last minute, his execution was delayed when the U.S. Supreme Court stepped in, but they ultimately decided not to intervene. Same goes with Alabama governor. This is she. Take a good look. Kay Ivey, who said she would not impede the execution despite pleas from high-powered advocates like Martin Luther King III, who said afterwards that the actions of the state of Alabama are reprehensible and have potentially contributed to an irreversible justice. Even Kim Kardashian's pleas, which have worked in the past for a stay of execution, were completely ignored. If you don't know the Eighth Amendment, just know this, we can't have punishment that is cruel or unusual, like weird shooting or firing squads or things like that, horrible ways of punishment. To tell someone they're not going to die, then they're going to die, then they're not going to die, then they're going to die, I think falls under cruel and unusual.
And there were so many questions about his culpability. There were so many questions about how his trial was mishandled. Even I called Governor Kay Ivey last night.
I did as well.
I left a message on her voicemail. I just think, how can you kill this person when all these people were saying there's a problem? Even the man who did pull the trigger said, wait, he did not kill anybody.
Yeah.
You know, he didn't pull the trigger. So I just don't understand how we just killed him. It seems to me, and this might be strong words, but like a modern day lynching.
I think that's what
legalized.
Sean King, the black activist, said. It's a modern day lynching, and I want to get your take. He said he had no gun, he was not violent, he was not aggressive, and he was giving up, and he was put to death.
They don't care. And they flipped it because they're saying that in Alabama, you don't have to be the shooter.
Right, you can just
aid and abetting. And that's what they stress in the course. They brought out rap lyrics that said that he wrote down, or they ended up being a Dr. Dre lyric. Right. Dr. Dre, who has a building named after him at USC. So at the end of the day, and it sounds sad, Al, I didn't think that he was going to get that stay. I knew it was going to be overturned. I knew he was going to be dead, man, because we're talking about 3 white cops that were killed by what you could probably call, or people are going to call, 2 gangbangers. And you look at the comments, it's just 2 other gangbangers off the street. It's just.
But Brandon, that's been my point the entire time.
Right now, Al.
The language that we use to describe people of color it's twofold. One, it's meant to dehumanize, but also not only the person of color, but the person saying it. So you hear it over and over again. When you hear about people of color, whether they be Hispanic or black, they talk about their kids like, look how many of them they have. Look, she has 10 kids. So when you kill someone, it doesn't seem like you're taking away an actual human being. It feels like you're just squashing out another roach, and there'll be another one right behind it. And this kind of language has embedded itself in the way that we speak, and the way that we talk, and the way that black folks and brown folks are talked about, and it makes it easier. If this had been a young white girl from Florida State, will we be having this conversation right now?
That's a fair question.
I don't think so. So let's be honest about what we're talking about here.
I have a question for you, because I struggled with this last night. And Lindsay, I want you to jump in as well, and Tori, please. Why am I so numb to this? Like, why am I like, I don't have the power to be outraged, or I don't want to cry or anything. Why am I so numb to this right now? I don't understand this feeling.